This is Jonathan Agger, fifth pro boxing fan here in London ahead of December 11th. Chris Eubank Jr. Liam Williams goes down. Kalle, you promised a big one in December and we've got it.
Thank you very much. We did deliver. We aim to always deliver. Boxing's a tough place to make. Deliverances always happen, but yeah, no, absolutely delighted with this one. It's got the real feeling of fireworks night, We've just had bonfire night, but it's going to be absolutely spectacular, I'm sure.
In terms of the biggest all British fights you've been in, where does this rank for you?
There's been quite a few over the years. I don't want to mention all the Harrison, David Hay, but no, I mean, obviously Eubank Grove sticks out there as a very big one. It's difficult to say, ask me that question at the post-fight press conference and I'll tell you how big. What's interesting about those were all pay-per-view fights. This is not a pay-per-view fight and arguably could be a pay-per-view fight. So it's a fantastic statement by Sky to put it on free to view, but there's no way I could say that I can't put it up there until I've seen what happens in the ring. We have no control over that. I think the stage is set, red hot, sold out venue in Cardiff with a free to view audience on Sky. They're pushed behind it. It smells huge and I think it will be huge.
This fight is in Cardiff, Liam Williams' backyard. What was the decision behind that?
Well, I think you look for the place that can make the best atmosphere, and there's also not that many venues available always in the UK. Cardiff was on the list, and we said, yeah, Cardiff. Cardiff is a place where we can really get a great atmosphere. Don't forget, it's not just the people in the venue. It's mainly it's a TV, it's a viewing sport for television viewers, and there it was. I think we're going to see a red hot atmosphere, and that changes also when you watch it from your couch or from in the pub or wherever you're watching it. When you see a crowd that's up for it, you normally the fighters are going to get up for it, and you as a fan enjoy it more.
We know that Matchroom are also going on December 11th in Liverpool with Conor Benn, Chris Algieri. Two-part question to this. Are these clashes becoming more unavoidable with so many sort of promotional outfits and cards going on? And is there a way, do you think maybe it'll work out so that both main events aren't clashing? Has that been discussed at all?
I think it's unavoidable. I think it's great for boxing that there's so much out there. I think it's great that what DAZN are doing in the UK, and I think it's happy days for the fans. There's a lot of great offerings. There's also a great card on DAZN that night, and it will happen. And I hope that the broadcasters are able to find a solution on the main event start times, which I'm sure there will be. And at the end, we're in a sport that doesn't have a fixture calendar. We're in a sport that isn't, regulated how many we need a year. So let's be happy about it. Let's be happy there's lots, and look, there's a week later there's another great fight as well with Chisora Parker. And 11 days later, a great fight with Murata Golovkin. So happy days in December.
How crucial is this fight, Eubank Jr., Liam Williams, not just in terms of the fact that it's a grudge fight and there's bragging rights, but in terms of both the fought for world titles, surely it's going to be detrimental to the winner and loser of this fight?
What do you mean, sorry?
In terms of their world title ambitions, both with great rankings.
Yeah, I mean, listen, all the marbles are on the line. Number one in the world against number 6 in the world, I can only talk from Eubank's side, but this is the fight that we believe will propel us to the next place, and that's a world title fight, and we know who those world champions are. Golovkin, Murata, Andrade. There's a few other on the list as well that would be good fights. The Charlos, but it's a big. It's not only a big fight; it's a huge amount what's on the line.
November 25th, you announced your development series with Harvey Horn. Just talk us through that a bit.
Yeah, it's about, look, we've signed obviously a lot of young UK fighters. They need activity. We've always believed in activity, and we're putting a bit of a twist on it. I think there's some great small hall shows. We're trying to make that a little bit different. You'll see that in the way that we do the night, and it's something that it's our first one, but there'll be more to come.
You mentioned you made a lot of signings, and a few. I just wanted to ask you any updates on Josh Kelly first of all.
Josh, yeah, we're working on a plan for Josh. He's obviously busy in training with Adam. See him out probably towards either the end of the year or the beginning of next year.
Okay. Nathan Gorman?
He will also be, once again, on one of the shows that we're about to announce, so I can't say too much about that, but in the next couple of weeks we'll be announcing a string of dates. So.
And Maris Breedis, there's obviously been talk of a unification with Lawrence Okoli. Has that become a slight step closer with the news of yesterday with Canelo looking like he's going to be fighting WBC champion Cruiserweight Ilunga Makabu?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I read into that, whether that's true or not. I mean, if it's true, it's an interesting one. I don't know what to say. Canelo at Cruiserweight, wow. I mean, okay, he knows the man to beat at Cruiserweight. I think everyone acknowledges that. And maybe he wants to dip his toe with Makabu. But look, we're going to speak about Okoli, Eddie and ourselves in the next couple of weeks. We also have our mandatory, which will be done against Opatai. And so it's going to be a busy year next year. But whether we've got Canelo in the mix in Cruiserweight, that'll be interesting. Yeah, I saw the news. I actually got the message from Myris this morning. He said, is he scared to box me? And I said, I don't know. I said, first of all, I don't know whether he's going to Cruiserweight, and second, if he does, I guess he wants to dip his toe in with Makabu.
The final one, Kalle. You mentioned this is on December 11th. One show that people are talking a lot about on December 18th is Jake Paul against Tommy Fury. What's your take on this and what Jake Paul's doing from a promoter's standpoint? What do you make of it all?
He knows how to sell himself. That's why he's got, 100 billion followers probably. He knows how to sell himself. The question is, how far can he go in this sport? And Tommy Fury will certainly provide a stern test to that. My money would be on Tommy because he's going to be surrounded by the Furies in camp. They're a boxing family through and through. But I don't know anything about Jake Paul. I'm not an expert on his left or right hook, to be quite honest. And I think it's probably the first one that I would actually watch. Just that morbid curiosity.
Final one, December 11th, it's going down, British grudge fight. Why should we tune in on Sky Sports?
Because you're going to have two gladiators who don't know how to take a step backwards.
There you have it, Kalle. Appreciate your time. Thank you.